Hello and welcome to the United Stand. A little bit of a laid-back video this Saturday lunchtime. Just a couple of stories I wanted to talk to you about. Mateo Kovacic being available. We were talking for the last few days about a midfielder to Manchester United and what an option he suddenly becomes. Very exciting about that. And then something about Juan to Barcelona, which on the face of it, there's not a lot of momentum behind it, but actually could make a lot of sense and makes a lot of sense in relation to what we've been talking about on the United Stand for quite a while. So good morning. King Zed straight away says, I don't want Kovacic. Look, Mateo Kovacic, Croatian midfielder, plays for Real Madrid, 24 years of age, just 5'10". What sort of a player is he? He's good on the ball. He's got a good passing range. He can drive. He can dribble. He can tackle. He basically is everything you would want in a midfielder. And the interesting thing about Kovacic is the two big developments here are, one, he's got a release clause of 50 million euro, which is an absolute bargain. Two, Manchester United can't do deals with Real Madrid. But three, most importantly of all, and this is the big thing with Kovacic, he's done an interview with Marca saying he wants to leave Real Madrid. He wants to leave Real Madrid because he's not getting enough game time. He needs to be developing, and that's what he wants, and he wants to go, which is absolutely massive news because obviously we did the video last night about Milinkovic-Savic, and I still think Milinkovic-Savic is a massive, massive player for Manchester United and a player that we should be looking to bring in. But if he's not a player that you didn't want or you don't want, like Gerard Loacher just said, I'd love Kovacic for half the price, probably even less than half the price. £45 million for Kovacic, maybe 80 to £100 million for Milinkovic-Savic. Very different players. Milinkovic-Savic is nearly 6'4". Kovacic is nearly 5'10", but Kovacic is quicker and he's a better dribbler. And he's more box to box, whereas Milinkovic-Savic is more of a target man, I suppose. But the big development there is that he wants to leave Real Madrid and has vocally said that, and that release clause makes him a very, very, very attractive proposition, and one that Manchester United fans, and I don't know what you think, maybe we should be looking at. I'd love Kovacic. He's nasty and he's young and experienced. Probably another box to box too, says Tyler. Yeah, I mean, about Kovacic, the difference with him is that he's played at the highest level. He's playing Champions League football for Real Madrid. He's playing football for Real Madrid, not week in, week out. It's tough to get into that midfield three. But there are a lot of Real Madrid fans who are very unhappy about Kovacic wanting to leave. They actually feel that he should be in the midfield ahead of Casemiro. It should be Casemiro. It should be Kovacic, Modric, and Kroos. That's the ideal three for a lot of Real Madrid fans. So look, if he's available and he is genuinely available, then Manchester United should be looking to do that deal. I suppose the issue is, can Manchester United do business with Real Madrid? Would love him to come, says Rohan. And you know what? For those people we're going to talk about Mata in a minute. Colin McMahon says he's not coming like he knows anything. I mean, look, I'm not saying he's definitely coming to Manchester United. All I'm doing is feeding out to a fan channel what a lot of you may have read already, that Kovacic did an interview with Marca saying that he wants to leave Real Madrid because he's not getting enough game time. And to be honest with you, remember Real Madrid have got a new manager who maybe is looking to bring another midfielder in. That's the rumour from Real Madrid. So where does Kovacic fit in if they're looking to bring another midfielder in anyway? £45 million, and he's going to be the next Modric, says Samson. I think it's the sort of deal United should be looking to do because he is a very good midfielder, and in today's market, he's probably worth 80 million. So if you can get him for 45, and United, as I said last night, Manchester United definitely do need another midfielder. I would be looking at him if we're not in for Milinkovic-Savic, who I think still should be the number one target. Anyway, we'll come back to him in a minute. Af says United are being linked every day to a new player. It's crazy. United are not being linked to Kovacic, mate. I'm gonna come back on that and say, look, this is Manchester United fans. I've had a few people messaging me today. In fact, I woke up this morning to the article. Then I saw DiMarzio talking about it. United aren't linked to Kovacic. He wants to leave Real Madrid. He's got a £45 million release clause. Manchester United need a midfielder, and I think this is Manchester United fans, myself included, saying that would be a very good deal for United. He's not linked to us. He's not linked to us at all at the moment, but that's a deal we should be looking at doing because we do need another midfielder. We desperately need another midfielder. And people talk about Vidal. Well, he's in his 30s. Verratti, he's a bit small and a bit similar to Fred. Milinkovic-Savic, bit expensive. Kovacic, massive pedigree. He's been part of winning these Champions Leagues as well. It'd be a great signing for us, but we'll have to wait and see. Let's talk about Juan Mata. I mean, Lynn says he only got three assists last season. That's really not what his game is, Lynn, to be honest. His game can be about that, but he's more of a deeper midfielder to me. I don't know whether Jose will go with him because he's got Matic, but he'd give us a lot of options. He'd give us a lot of options. But maybe the problem with Manchester United would be Kovacic wants first team football. Can we offer him that? That might be the problem. But he'd definitely bring a different dimension to the team, Vinud. I agree with you. Let's talk about Juan Mata then. Juan Mata would be missed, says Pankaj. Where's this coming from? This is coming from Dean Jones, who's part of Bleacher Report, and he's basically saying that he's heard that Barcelona want Juan Mata. Now, that is the only source on this, but I suppose a lot of people's reaction to that is, well, what's your source then? Is it Don Balon? Why would Barcelona want Juan Mata? But you know what? I always think that Daley Blind would do a job for Barcelona as well. You know, they don't really get pushed at the back, and Blind's very cultured on the ball. Juan Mata for Barcelona would be a very decent bench option, to be honest. I don't think they'd be looking to bring Juan Mata into sign to play week in, week out. He's not playing week in, week out for United anymore. But Juan Mata would be a very good signing for Barcelona. And let's not forget, he is Spanish. He's exactly the sort of player. I mean, the sad thing is, if Mata went to Barcelona, in the games he plays for Barcelona, we'd watch him and go, why didn't we do that with him? And that's always been my thing about Juan Mata at Manchester United. I don't know what about you lot. My thing about Juan Mata is, why have we never got the best out of him? Why have we never played him as a number 10? Why have we stuck him out on the wing? In the middle of the pitch, threading things together, he'd be absolutely brilliant. And Lee Sugden says Mata's on the decline. I don't know whether he's on the decline. I just don't see what he offers Manchester United under Jose Mourinho anymore. He's clearly not going to be a first-team player. And as a bench option, is he explosive enough? He hasn't got that pace. And when Mourinho's looking to win a game, he doesn't try and win a game through passing through. So Mata's never going to be his bench option. Mata starts games and gets subbed off after 70 minutes under Jose. Mata's got 1 year left on his contract. Mata's 30. Spain would be probably the right move back for him. And I think Barcelona might be looking at Juan Mata and knowing his quality, thinking, you know what, we've just lost Iniesta. If we can bring Mata in, very experienced, we know what we're going to get with him. We're going to get him quite cheap because he's only got a year left on his contract. He can bring a lot to this Barcelona squad. I think that looks quite good. And I have said a few times that I think a lot of people talk about hopefully Fellaini leaving, Darmian leaving, Daley Blind leaving. I don't understand why Juan Mata and Ander Herrera to a lesser extent aren't being mentioned as leaving Manchester United. Juan Mata was the scapegoat for the West Brom game. Remember when Jose Mourinho came out after that West Brom loss and said there's players who played today who've already done themselves out at playing in the FA Cup semi-final against Spurs? We had a midweek game, I think, against Bournemouth, but the only player who missed out was Juan Mata. And that wasn't lost on me, and that wasn't lost on a lot of United fans, that Juan Mata was the scapegoat. And then Juan Mata never really played again after that. So Mourinho and Mata, relationship's always been a bit grey, but I don't think Mata offers Manchester United anything under Mourinho. I don't think Mourinho sees Mata as a player that he wants to use. So Juan Mata moving on wouldn't surprise me. It would be sad because I think he's a brilliant advert for the game and the perfect player for Manchester United to have on and off the pitch. He gets it, but I think Juan Mata at United, whether he goes or not, I'll always have this feeling that he's been misused. He's been frozen to death on the bench, says Anvesh. Kovacic is versatile, says Unknown Man. Yep, for those who are joining us a little bit late, Mata isn't very quick. Kovacic is a beautiful footballer. He can be better than Savic, says Rohit. Look, yeah, for those people who are joining us a little bit late, we've gone live on a story that Juan Mata may be going to Barcelona. It's very early days with that, but it wouldn't surprise me. And also on Mateo Kovacic, who is currently with the Croatian squad in the World Cup. Can't quite break into the first team for Real Madrid, but he's absolutely loved by a lot of the Real Madrid support. Really like him. 24, he's just turned 24 in May, 5'10". He's got everything really. He's quick, he can dribble, his passing range is good, short and long. He's a battler, he likes to tackle. I mean, quintessential box-to-box player. And Manchester United need another midfielder. And for me, it should be Milinkovic-Savic, but if we can get Kovacic, who has said he wants to leave Real Madrid, this is why this is being discussed. He said he wants to leave Real Madrid to Marca. Is his quote saying, I need to leave, I want to play regularly, and I'm not going to get that at Real Madrid. As much as I love it here, I want to play regular football, I need a new challenge. £45 million sterling release clause as well, which is a massive, massive option. Billy T says he doesn't rate him. Mark Stewart says Mata wouldn't get in the Barcelona squad currently, but I think he would, mate. Iniesta's just retired. And Mark, your opinion, Kovacic or Ndembele, says Envesh. It'd be Kovacic every day of the week for me. Ndembele plays for Lyon. He's had one good season in the French league. He looks good, but he's a risk. Kovacic has got the pedigree. And I think Kovacic has been unfortunate not be able to get in the Real Madrid team. But he clearly wants to move because he wants first-team football. That, to me, shows that he's ambitious, that he wants to play regular first-team football and prove what he's all about. It's a brave decision. I suspect he may have had some indication from the new Real Madrid manager that he's not going to be part of the first team plans. People are saying it's a dream signing, but he's a midfielder. He's a box-to-box midfielder who started out as an attacking midfielder, who's developed his defensive side of the game. And Manchester United need versatility in that midfield, and he would give us something different to Fred, but also give us something similar that he can play in a number of positions. I think he wants to leave Real Madrid. He's available for £45 million. There are concerns amongst the Manchester United community, and there are whispers from Manchester United that they don't want to go and spend £100 million on Milinkovic-Savic. I think they should, but if they don't want to do that, I could not argue with bringing in Kovacic for not £45 million, and then you've still got another £50 million to go and get Sandro. I mean, effectively, you could get Kovacic for £45 million, Sandro for £45 million, and maybe bring a Willian in as a backup right midfielder for £40 million, and you've only spent £135 million, and you've got another midfielder of top class quality, a left back, and a right midfielder, and that to me would be fantastic business for Manchester United. I think we should go and do it. Kovacic would be a great signing, says Figaro. I must just say, a lot of people are saying, yeah, go and do it. It's a great deal in today's market, says Anvish. A lot of people getting excited about it. I've got to say, early days with Kovacic, but it looks like he will leave, and that release clause, and if you know anything about him, he's a very, very good player. He's an interesting player because he actually doesn't start for Croatia either, for the same reasons as Real Madrid. He's got Modric, Rakitic, and other players ahead of him. But first-team football, Spurs are linked to him, and that's the thing. United need to go and do deals like this. My only concern is, can United do deals with Real Madrid? The reality is, of course you can when there's a release clause, because Real Madrid can sit down and shut up. It's not like trying to do the deal with Morata last year where we're trying to barter with them and they're probably saying we want De Gea and we pulled out. With Kovacic, it's a release clause. Go and pay it. Get it done, says Robert. I agree. Go and get the deal done. I think it'd be absolutely perfect for Manchester United, and I really like the look of him. Please do drop a like on the video. We are live in a normal surroundings, more relaxed surroundings today, but it was something I wanted to talk about, Kovacic and Mata. What's my day? Well, we're live again at 9 o'clock tonight, as per usual on the United Stand, live at 9 o'clock. I'm live on That's Football doing Belgium versus Tunisia in about 20 minutes. That's a 1 o'clock kickoff. 4 o'clock, I'm doing Mexico against South Korea. Bit of a Mexico watch. And Lozano, keep an eye on him. And then tonight, we've got Lindelof against Germany at 7 o'clock on That's Football. A watch along for that. Really excited to see Lindelof because he will play today. He's going to have to defend a lot. And I don't think we've seen enough of Lindelof, really, in a United shirt. We're all talking about centre-backs, but we're going to see a centre-back that we've already got playing against the best team in the world in Germany. And it is going to be backs to the wall. So I'm really excited to see how Lindelof does tonight. So you can join me on That's Football for any of the watch-alongs this afternoon on the World Cup. Lukaku at 1, Lozano at 4, Lindelof at 7, and then back on here at 9 o'clock. So thanks everyone for watching. Please do drop a like on the video if you've enjoyed it. And a big day of football ahead. And the United Stand will round it off at 9 o'clock tonight, where I'm sure there'll be more United news for us to discuss. But give us your thoughts on Mata out. Give us your thoughts on Kovacic, 45 million. Would you go and do it? And I'll see you all later. Join me at 1 o'clock on That's Football as well if you want to. Thanks, everyone. I'll speak to you all soon.